thanks to Ubisoft, I got to play the Assassin's Creed Valhalla Wrath of the Druids DLC early, including werewolves, new abilities, new enemies, new weapons, even a new mount, which is a lynx, and everything you need to know about the DLC right here in this video. If you're hyped for the DLC, make sure to hit the like on this video. You also have a chance to win an upcoming 2021 game of your choice by clicking on the link in the pinned comment, and you have to be a subscriber to have a chance to win. Good luck. So before I showcase everything in the Assassin's Creed Valhalla DLC, I want to first talk about what this DLC actually is. So what is the Wrath of the Druids DLC exactly? It is a story expansion where Eivor has the chance to go to Ireland and explore an entirely new map. And with the DLC comes a brand new update, update 3.10, which is 12.5 gigabytes. So after you download the DLC for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you need to complete at least one of these story arcs. So if you're brand new to the game, make sure to finish at least one of them and then you're ready to go to Ireland. Since the game is already out half a year now, I assume you did complete that story arc, and now you can go to Ravensthorpe and talk to Azar. This quest is called Irish Strait. So in order to actually sail to Ireland, you need to destroy the blockade first, which is also part of the quest, and after all of that is done, you can finally sail to Ireland. And the very first big place that you discover in Ireland is actually Dublin, which is a huge city. Next to the quest and side quests, there are trade posts that you need to restore. There are loads of enemies in there. What you gotta do is take them all out individually and then confirm that kill. You can also help to build these trade posts, and there are several trade post locations on the map. So how are we going to build these trade posts? Well, actually you need supply to do so, and it works the same way as we did with the settlement. You just simply raid, collect all the supply there, and then go ahead and build your trade posts. So in Ireland there are 7 different trade post locations that you need to take over, and each and every one of them is different and has different enemies. So let's now focus a little bit on the enemies that we can find in Ireland. Right now we are fighting the elite fire Druid, these guys over here, and it's good to know that the suggested power level in every single region in Ireland is level 55, and it does increase the more you level up yourself. So one of the bigger enemies in the DLC is the boar Druid, which is right in front of me, and there's even an animal boar walking around him, attacking me as well, helping him out, and I'm trying to shoot him at his weak spot because these guys are just enormous and they can hit you from afar with their spear. Another enemy I'm facing right here is the Irish Bloodhound, and it took a little while for him to stand up, so I just continuously stabbed him until he died. These Bloodhounds are coming with their soldiers, and these are called the Bloodhound Master. Although the suggested power level in Ireland is level 55, we have some much better enemies too. I also found a ritual location, and I started the ritual, and I found out there was a boar Druid that was literally spitting fire at me or something like that, and there was even a werewolf throwing rocks at me. I literally didn't stand a chance. In one of the early quests in Dublin, I also got myself a new mount, which is a lynx, so I had to go back to the stable at Ravensthorpe, and right there I could actually change my mount to this lynx. So in order to change it, yes, I had to go back to England since Ireland does not have any settlement. So I swapped it around, and this is your very first look on the lynx in Assassin's Creed Valhalla's DLC. I will show more items in a second, but I also found this in Ireland. These are royal demands. So these are like very small quests, like clear an area without being seen or without killing anyone unnecessary, and the rewards for them are also small. You can start multiple at the exact same time. And I think these royal demands are one of these quests that will definitely increase the replayability of the game in general. So one of the early weapons you get as well is a light bow. You have to do this very early on on in one of the quests in Dublin. You have to complete a challenge, shoot out the targets, and then you're actually getting a brand new light bow from Barat. So after looking at all of these different possibilities in the Raft of the Druids DLC, I wanted to go ahead and dive in to see what type of loot I could find in the open world. So armor, maybe abilities. Let's take a look at what I found. So most of the abilities were wealth that I found during the raids. For example, right here, I found a new ability, which is the smoke bomb arrow. And obviously I selected it right away so I could showcase you guys what it actually does. The second ability was also found at a church. This one is called the Vikinger Salute, which will also be showing in a second. And on some of these, I also decided to show the map so you guys could see where I found it. And the last but definitely not least ability that I found was the Iris Wolfhound. This is the last but not the least, and you can find it right over here. And this is what it looks like in action. Here I had the ability enabled, and you can see that the Wolfhound is actually pretty powerful. He's taking out enemy after enemy, and I honestly was very surprised when I saw this. So this ability right here is the Vikinger Salute. I think it was because he's a giant I couldn't actually do something with it. So it doesn't seem to work on giants, but he seems to run up the enemy, and this one is called the smoke bomb arrow. Basically, it's a smoke bomb and you shoot it with your arrow. So before going to more loot, I wanted to point out this area as well, which is the Connacht area. And what you can do is go from one point to the other by the zip line right here. You go over the cliff and it's really high up, like you can see, and it makes up for a really amazing view. So now we're continuing the journey for DLC armor, and I found some here in this church right here. And as you can see, a Druidic helmet, which looks really awesome, and I will show it of course in my inventory as well in a second. Then later on I found some in this house, which was obviously like always behind a locked door. Right here I found braces, and I did show the map in this case, so if you're looking for these, make sure to go to this exact place on the map in order to find it. I later on found some more, which are called Celtic Breezes, which you can find at this exact location on the map, hidden in a house. And there's even more loot behind this waterfall right here, and you needed all the artifacts in order to get it. So this is what it looks like in my inventory, and yes, I now have a bunch of findings already from the Assassin's Creed Valhalla first DLC. So after playing the DLC for about like 10 to 11 hours, I found much more locations where you can find loot. So I'm showing them off right now so it will be easier for you to find, although these were hidden behind a door and I couldn't find the key, etc. So we'll have to look into that another time. Tomorrow I can also show my impressions on the game itself. If you found this video nice, helpful in any way, hit the like on this video. And like I said, you have a chance to win an upcoming 2021 game of your choice on your platform of choice by clicking the link in the description and being a subscriber of the channel. I got 2 more videos on the screen, one for you to click on. This has been your boy Cheez. I am out. Peace.